Hello and welcome to the unboxing video of the Black Viper LSM9 that I bought off BB Guns UK for about 60 quid. Because the order was over 50 quid, I got free delivery and a small 100 pack of .12 gram yellow ammo, as well as this 5 quid sort of bracelet thing that doesn't exactly fit me. You know, it's kind of big, but it's supposed to extend to about 3 meters or so and hold about 60 kilograms worth in weight, so interesting. Also free with the gun as part of an offer, ultra air power gas, which works well. I don't think it has silicone oil in it, but yeah, it says here what's on it, and silicone doesn't appear to be there. You can't really read it because there's no autofocus, but even so, yeah, so that's that. Alright, let's just open it up. Alright, then in here we'll get the manual, which is in Chinglish, but you know, that doesn't really stop me. Exploded diagram of the gun and the magazine, with a list of parts on the back so that you can, you know, get replacements if you need to. Advertising crap about BB Guns UK and Airsoft UK, you know, which you need a UK membership for. And here is just basically a maintenance bit of info right there. In with the gun itself comes a small 100 pack of what I think is .20, but I'm not sure. They feel heavier than this box. But anyway, it's not listed on the box, but they came with the gun, as did this, which is a speed loader. Check out this is a gas magazine, by the way. It holds about 26 pellets, I'd say, about 25, 26. I'd probably say 26. But anyway, you get it like this. Basically, the metal bit, or the shiny bit at least, clips into here. Get your magazine the right way. Pull that in. Then you use the unjamming rod to push the pellets down. Once you've inserted them, you know, feeding them through the metal shiny tube thing. So that's that. And then this is the gun itself. Before I get onto the gun though, I must say, this magazine, so yeah, gas powered as I said earlier. People say that they leak. I mean, they're only 10 quid off BB Guns UK, which is half the price of this other gun that I'll get to later. People say that if you, well, they leak a lot, but I've been told that if you put the gas in, and I'll show you how to do it later, but if you put the gas in, take it out, and then put more gas in after, like top it up, then it can make it leak. And to make sure that that doesn't happen, you can either just use up all the ammo and the gas as well. Then when you take it out, there's a little button here. If you press that, that's what the gun presses in when you shoot to release gas. Just press that in when it's out the gun and it'll all fly out, which does look quite nice as a finishing flourish. Alright, now on to the actual gun itself. The gun is quite weighty. It's listed to weigh about 800 grams. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but I expected this to be lighter. The AEG I have is about 3.4 kilograms. It has got weights in it because it's only a cheap ABS plastic, you know, construction. There's no metal gearbox and it's just got metal weights in. But this, not so much has metal weights. It's just constructed like around here and here, metal. The magazine's about the same weight. I don't know whether their 800 grams includes just the gun or the two combined, but I would probably say it's just the gun, the 800 grams there. So yeah, when you put in the magazine, if there's no ammo in the magazine and there's gas in it and you try to fire it, and then the slide will stay back because there's a slide stay here which can be easily released by doing that. The gun's quite big as well. For my hands, I think it's a bit too big because normally when I hold a gun, I want to hold it like, you know, like this. You know, if you'd note the position of my fingers here. And for that to work, I can't easily reach the, despite my double jointedness, I can't reach the slide stay. Which isn't really a problem because if I'm unloading the magazine, my hand will move, so then I'll more easily be able to get the slide stay when I put it back in, and then it, you know, it'd be alright. So that's not really a complaint, just like a side note, if you will. Anyway, when there's no gas in it, just the hammer will work. There's also a safety on this, which is ambidextrous, meaning it's on both sides. There's a red little dot there. When that's showing, it means it's working. When it's not, it just works like that. You know, doesn't really do anything. What else to say about it? Alright. So yeah, metal construction. The chamber here looks to be metal, but people say it's more plastic and metal inside, internally. Also, you'll notice that it moves backwards and forwards. This is so when you kick the slide, it doesn't break. You might notice that, given the line here, these are sort of, I don't know, parallel, if you will. Now it moves forward. Yeah, so it's good that they've done that there. Also, the pin sight at the end here, that's got a red dot on it. Looks kind of cool, I guess. When you're dismantling the gun, like field stripping it, that's what they call it. Because obviously it's gas blowback, needs maintenance so that the slide doesn't jam or anything. That needs to be done. Just take out the magazine, which can be done by pressing a button here, which I like because it means that you can do your cool, you know, like, I don't know, stuff when you want to look cool on videos and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so you can do that. Take out the magazine, pull the slide back, pretty much all the way. Manually put on the slide stay there, just for convenience. This little black sort of nib here, you put like a button, you just press that in, and then that will allow you to move this little thing down here, and then you can just do this. And then you have the slide here. You just basically silicone oil. You can just like dab it around the place. Some gases, unlike I think this one, actually have silicone oil in them. So when you shoot, it'll actually lubricate it for you. And you'd also put some of the oily stuff here. Now, I wouldn't just rely on the gas if it has silicone oil in it to maintain your gun for you. I would occasionally, like once a month, if you do airsoft often, once every 2 months if you don't, just like, you know, check. I mean, it's really easy to fill strip. There's no problems with it at all. And then you just pull that back, slide on from, you know, convenience, push this back, and then you're good to go. Alright, so I think at this time now, I should really show you how to load the magazine and the gas as well, and then I'll actually give you a firing demonstration. So take your gas, somehow, there we go. You see this bit here, you want to give it a bit of a shake, so I've heard, at least. Take your magazine, hold it upside down, and then you just basically want to push in for a little bit. Alright, now, I wouldn't put that back in. Some people have done, but really, I've heard of like one guy on YouTube not to do it, so I'd rather believe him, because there's nothing to lose, really. And if you don't believe him, you might get a bit of a leaky mag. So anyway, that's there now. And before I put ammo in it, I'm going to show you something. If you hold down the slide stay, then it'll still blow back. And it's very loud as well. A lot louder in person than it is in the camera. And I know that because I got quite of a shock after watching a YouTube video. You know how loud it is. So yeah. I'll try to load the magazine now. I'll just use these in here since they're what I've got to hand. The reason why I bought this gun is because it's the cheapest blowback pistol I've seen, and it's quite easy, you know, it's manageable as well. It's not a pain in the ass. So yeah, you want to take the ammo. You can either just like feed it in by just pushing them down. You can either just push them in, or you can like get your nail on the spring and pull it down. There's no lock for the spring, unfortunately, but you know what you're gonna do. And just put them in. I tend not to faff with the speed load. It's not really a faff, but since I'm only putting in like a couple for the sake of it, then that's that. Anyway, yeah, now you might see how they go in diagonal. Give them a shake just to make sure that they are in diagonal. They're kind of not. Come on, you bitch. Right. Okay, that isn't actually right. I need to get them in perfectly diagonal. Wait a minute. Oh, bugger off. Come on, that's not right. Come on, you bitch. Right. Seriously, right, there's always one gap. I think. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, right. This is seriously getting on my nerves now. I'm putting a couple more. I don't know what that's going to do, but you know. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, I don't even care anymore. They'll sort themselves out when they go up into the gun. Alright, and then you simply load it. And then, yeah, you're good to go. I don't think, other than firing, there's nothing really I can say about it. Oh yeah, the BBs do fly very, very fast. On camera, I tried earlier, the camera can't pick it up, and my own vision can't pick it up. Seriously. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, I'll just give you a bit of a shooting test if you want. No, I don't really have any particular waypoint, and it's raining outside, so, you know, and I don't have any cans or anything, really, to shoot. So, I'm just going to be shooting at the, sort of, washing line cover, if you like. It sort of extends out, so we've got a cover on that. Yeah, you can kind of see it, I suppose. So as far as anything goes, I guess this will just have to do. The camera won't zoom in much more. Yeah, so, here we go. Put the safety was on then. They fly really far. You see, so now I can unload it, see the ammo in there. But I know for a fact that there is actually more ammo, so if I just put that aside for a bit. The magazine's very cold afterwards as well, because there's been a lot of cold gas around it, compressed air and stuff. Yeah. This just fell out of the chamber, so yeah, you've got that 26 plus 1 in the chamber, which is pretty cool. So, the reasons for buying this is it's a lot cheaper than any other gun that I've found. On Just BB Guns, there was something called the HG190 from HFC. That was selling for about 70 quid. In fact, no, 80 quid now, actually 80. 79.99. And with that, it's virtually, I mean, it looks the same as this, except for it's not clear plastic, it's orange. Personally, in videos and things, I think clear plastic is more acceptable, but, you know, you can always paint them and stuff if you really have to, like chrome. I was considering chrome for this, I think it looked pretty cool. And as far as aesthetics go, it looks pretty much the same. The only problem with that is I would have to not use it in any public places, which is a real downer, but then again I wouldn't anyway, because it's airsoft and you don't have to do that kind of thing anyway, because there's old people who don't understand what the fuck you're doing, and that kind of sucks. So, yeah, and that gun, rather than a plain white cheap box with stickers saying Black Viper on it, with that gun, it's different because it comes in like a carry case type thing with foam and everything, which will probably be about, I don't know, 15 quid, 20 even. You can get carry cases for AK-47s and stuff that are 40 quid. That's like loads when you think about it, especially with how much this gun actually cost. You know, only 60 quid. Yeah, the magazine, 10 quid on BB Guns UK. On Just BB Guns, HG190 magazines are about 20 quid. Now, thing is, with the HG 170 and 190, you can get them with gas magazines, or with magazines that have like a little hole in the middle, which put CO2 cartridges in. Apparently CO2 is much more powerful, gives it a better kick for shooting, which is better for, just a minute. I like the sensation of actually pulling the trigger, which, better kick for actors and things, looks more realistic and such, I suppose. But it isn't really a big problem. You can just mimic it by going up a little bit whenever you pull the trigger. And that looks realistic enough, doesn't it? It's like sort of... Wait, so I have to take the magazine out. Nothing in the chamber. Good. So, sort of... safety. Jesus Christ. No ammo in there, definitely not. No good. Don't want to punch a hole in my carpet. Doesn't even make sense, but Alright, so as far as the video go, I'd obviously learn how to hold a gun properly first, and then I'd be all like, oh for fuck, I'm so stupid, there's no magazine. Oh, right, okay. I cannot believe myself sometimes. Seriously, it's dangerous, you know, my mentality. So low. Right, okay. No ammo in that. So yeah. A good idea not to store the gun with gas in it. I don't know why, but you know, no harm to just empty it out. You might be wasting some, but you know, fuck it. I'd rather have a working gun than no gas. So you'd be sort of like, oh for God's sake, right? Yeah, now hold down the slide. That's a great thing about it. Hold down the slide, and it'll keep blowing back with no ammo in it, which is great because you can be all like, and then have ammo. You can make it look on the film as if you have ammo, so you can be all like, oh yeah, cover me, I'm reloading, oh, I'm a little knobhead, woo, and then you're good. Right, out of gas. Yeah, so that's how I would look doing it, and I think it would look really good. I actually had this idea, right, where my friend would hold like a Coke can on top of his head. Well, not hold it, he would have it on his head. And you know how you get people with bow and arrows shooting apples off people's heads? Well, I'd be all like, you know, gun against the Coke can, and then at last minute I would aim down and then shoot, and then he would fall to the ground dead. Obviously there'd be no ammo in the gun, but you know, still blowback. And then I would be all like, oh yeah, I'm not wasting perfectly good kind of Coke, because Coke is good stuff. I don't understand why people would buy Pepsi, because the way I see it, it's not as tasty. I mean, it's just cheap Coke, basically. But that's my opinion. Anyway, thank you for watching this extended unboxing and sort of review. I mean, I've only had the gun today, which is about 6 hours or so, and I think it's a good gun. No problems with it at all. So yeah, thank you for watching, and subscribe for future videos. Oh yeah, by the way, I was planning on starting a channel called mBrooksLive, MBL, for live action stuff, and also when I go to sixth form, or high school if you're in America. When I go to sixth form, if I do student films and things, I'll be putting them on the channel too, because I know that Freddie Wong and Tomska benefited from that a little bit, helped boost their creativity and shit. So yeah, I just figured why not. Maybe it could lead to great things. I mean, if not, it'll just be really fun, won't it? So yeah, subscribe to that channel when I make it. I'll probably put an annotation in this video or something. Or you could just go onto YouTube and type in mBrooksLive and subscribe to that shit. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.